We're back. Welcome to the Overrated Experience Sports and Sports Betting Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Blondin, along with our guest,
the lady from upstairs.
The lady from upstairs is back, and she's ready to go. She is now a born-again hardcore football fan. Is that true?
Born again?
Yes.
I don't know about born again. I don't know.
No?
No, I don't know about that.
I think you're all in.
No.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you interested in fantasy football this year?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm in third place, and I was in second, and now I'm back to third, and I want to make sure that I win number one.
So what kind of decisions did you have to make this week for your fantasy football lineup?
I was just looking at to see who was questionable, move them. Sorry, but the guy I'm playing against doesn't really have much, so for sure
Really?
I'll beat him. Yeah.
Would you find this is the first year that you've taken this much interest in fantasy football?
Yeah, I guess.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
Nothing else to do, I guess.
You're that bored.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's pathetic. Anyway. All right, so it's NFL Week 13. This season has flown by really, really fast. This is the Overrated Experience Sports and Sports Betting Podcast. If you haven't listened to us before, we go through sports betting, sports topics, just have a little fun for you square bettors out there that the average person sitting on your couch on a Sunday afternoon, having a few beers, watching a game, probably betting the game that's on TV versus the game you probably should bet. That's the audience we're gunning for here today. So hello to you and tell your friends. You can reach us on X at Overrated Experience, Overrated EXPER2. That's Overrated EXPER2. Instagram, Facebook at Overrated Experience. Overrated Experience for both. So join us. Let me know if you are joining us because you hear the podcast and you're part of the Overrated Society. And we're here in the bullpen on a Saturday night. Quick gap, between now and kickoff on Sunday afternoon. But we're going to focus on the NFL today. We're going to talk about many things involving football, or at least I am, and the lady from upstairs is going to tag along. And but this podcast can go anywhere, any sport, anytime, any topic, anytime, any situation, anytime. Anything we want to talk about is open season here. But we're going to talk about Week 13 of the NFL. Weather now is becoming a problem. We looked at the news earlier. We're in Toronto. We looked at Buffalo a little closer. Northern Ontario, Buffalo area is just getting hammered with snow. Did you see any of the kind of the footage of the cars being stuck between New York and Pennsylvania? What do you think of that?
It's crazy. They probably had to abandon their vehicles because maybe they ran out of gas. Who knows? It's crazy.
Have you ever been in a scenario like that?
No, I haven't.
How would you feel about that?
It's crazy.
What would you do?
I'd run. I'd leave.
Right, but you're in the cold. You're like
you have nothing. There's nothing to do. So you would just have to leave your car there.
It's crazy. It's wild, and people look at Toronto and say, "Hey, you're living the Great Way North." No, it's the Buffalo area. It's ridiculous. North of us is ridiculous. I can't imagine my car being stuck 7-8 hours before I can move in a situation like that. It's wild, and it's terrible that anybody had to face that, but that's the situation we're going in now. Yeah. Just crazy stuff, and maybe circling away from that bad news to how's your sports betting been? How's it been going so far since we last talked?
Good, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I gotta say I do admit that I've been betting a little bit more on football than I have on basketball.
What has steered you? Because I noticed you have not been jumping on basketball lately. Why?
Well, I wasn't having a good first couple of weeks with the NFL, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to NBA because that's where my luck is. But I don't know. I started sort of getting into a groove, and I've been winning, and yeah, it's been good.
Did you hear that the NBA is going through, like, they're losing kind of their ratings right now? It's a lot of people are blaming. I don't know if there are a lot of people. Shaq is one of the guy blaming the 3-pointer is ruining the game. Mm-hmm. As a viewer of the NBA, would you say that you like or don't mind, like, the shooting versus the dunking? Like, what do you prefer?
I honestly, to me, it doesn't matter. Like, to me, it's more about I just want to get my points. It doesn't matter to me.
You don't give a shit as long as you win.
I don't give a shit as long as I win.
Okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Anything else in the world of sports that stands out to you right now? Any other athlete stories, anything?
Not at the moment. You probably know a little bit more than I do.
Wow, you just set yourself up. Of course I do. Of course I know way more than you.
Back at you.
So
all I care is I don't give a shit about anything else. I told you.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I just want to win.
Well, we're going to kick off Week 13 action in the NFL. Here we go. So I got a little more insight and a little more, I think the last couple weeks crushed, just absolutely crushed. So I would say that this has been one of my better NFL years. But the last couple weeks has been a little more, let's say, not going my way. And, I think we got the Thanksgiving games out of the way, and we didn't have a podcast, but we sat here drinking a few beers, watching the games. Now, you used to live in the States. What do you remember about U.S. Thanksgiving? Have you totally adapted to the Canadian Thanksgiving, or do you still have any connections to the American Thanksgiving?
No, I've been here for so long. So, I mean, I just remember it always being big in the States. I think I've adapted more to the Canadian, and it's quieter, definitely quieter.
Right.
U.S. really knows how to sort of throw a party down for Thanksgiving. That's for sure. They
do, and the party started in Detroit, in the Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears. The Bears stayed in this game. They battled back in the second half, but a real dipshit kind of clock management at the end there really cost the Bears head coach, Eberflus, his job. Just piss poor. And it seems like, they lost 23-20, but loser organizations and loser teams find a way to lose. You can't beat that. Like, the losers find a way to lose. And that's what the Chicago Bears did. And then we went to the 4:30 kickoff. The Dallas Cowboys hosting the New York Giants. 27-20 Cowboys win. I don't know how much real that tells us that the Cowboys are, maybe bouncing back. I don't think so. Giants are terrible. And then we went to the night game. By that time, like I'd have to look at the highlights, honestly. Have to look at the highlights after the mini Sapporos during that game, and earlier in the week where it's earlier in the day, where you got to kind of remember, how did I get here? Where am I? And what's the score in the game? So Packers win that game. And not surprising. Anything about your Thanksgiving? We all sat down and watched some football action. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was good. Well, I mean, I was working during the day, so I only was able to put my bets in, but I wasn't really watching the games. I'm a dedicated employee. But the 8:20 game, I definitely sat down to enjoy, and I won that game, so I'm happy. I lost the 4:00 game by half a point.
Yeah, well, I did the same thing in the 8:20 game there. The Packers Giants went under 47.5. Game ended at 47. That's the kicker right there. This was half points. A half point does make a difference. And this is why, I would encourage that some of the encouragement that I've heard before was to have multiple betting sites so you can get the best line. A half a point does make a difference.
Yeah.
So just let's keep that going here. And I got, again, last week I was going DraftKings only, but I have both FanDuel and DraftKings going here at once. Week 13, here we go. So I'm going to get the lady from upstairs and make her picks as well. And we'll go from there. You know what? Mm-hmm. How often do you... you're a football fanatic now, a hardcore
I don't think...
son of a bitch, like right now.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Yeah. But
I was born a woman, okay?
Okay, all right, okay. And what are you now?
I'm still a woman. Jeez.
Well, you said you were born a woman.
I know.
It left
but
an
you
open
called
question.
me a son of a bitch.
Sorry,
I'm not a son
okay.
of a bitch.
So
I might be a Karen once in a while.
Yeah,
but...
you're a Karen. Definitely Karen. All right, Karen, here we go. So we have Houston taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, what sticks out here is the Houston Texans are kind of flopping a little bit. They got, I don't know what happened at home last week against the Tennessee Titans, pissing away the opportunity after coming back, the possession, and just lost to the Tennessee Titans at home. That cannot happen. And now you head into Jacksonville, where Trevor Lawrence is back under the helm for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Houston Texans are 3.5-point favorites, and 3.5 points on both FanDuel and DraftKings. 44.5 over under FanDuel, 44 DraftKings. I am going to say, I'm going to take the I'm going to go Jaguars here. What about you? What do you say? They're going to cover, so that means they don't have to lose by. As long as they don't lose by 4. For some reason, I think they're going to.
Really?
Yeah, they have no pressure on them. What do you like?
That.
Huh?
I think Texans.
Texans. Mm-hmm. Wow. Bullshit, but okay. Then we go on to the LA Chargers taking on and visiting the Atlanta Falcons. The LA Chargers are 1.5-point favorites on FanDuel, 1-point favorites on DraftKings, 47.5 both sides. Running back situation for the Chargers is a little messed up. What's his name is out. Chargers depth chart. We have Gus. Edwards is out. So Chargers still favored in this game. What do you say? What do you say? What the hell are you reading?
I still like the Chargers. I'm looking at stats.
You're looking at stats? Okay. You like the Chargers?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do your trivia for you introductory better you. So FanDuel has the Chargers favored by 1.5. Mm-hmm. DraftKings has the Chargers favored by 1 point. So if you like the Chargers, which line would you take? The -1.5 or the -1?
The 1.5?
No.
1?
Yes. Minus means that you would need them to win by 2.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm going to go with the Falcons here.
I told you not to ask me hard questions today, okay? Because
it's not hard
I'm a
questions.
couple of glasses of wine in, okay? And we know what those glasses look like.
Your glasses are the lady from upstairs pour.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a famous lady of upstairs, whatever.
There's a reason when you look at the glass, it doesn't look like the basement pour. It looks like the upstairs pour. You're lucky we don't refer to the attic pour because that's really what it is.
Yeah,
okay?
pretty much. Yeah, come on.
Pretty much. All right, next game. Tennessee takes on the Washington Commanders. The Commanders coming off a huge kind of pissing away an opportunity to take on the Cowboys, losing at home, and now they host the Tennessee Titans coming off a win against Houston. The Commanders are 5.5-point favorites on FanDuel, 6-point favorites on DraftKings. Now, what's the scenario here is that the Commanders, I believe, are still a little high compared to what maybe they're playing right now. So the way the Titans are playing spoiler and they got nothing to play for, there's no pressure. Oh my God, I'm gonna take the Titans at +6 to cover because I don't think the Commanders are going south right now. What about you? What do you say?
I agree with you.
You agree with me?
For once.
Okay, hey, it's okay. We're going to both take the Commanders, but there's trouble in Washington. They're holding on to a wild card spot, but they're fading. Watch out. That stock may be going down. Arizona taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Arizona Cardinals coming off a loss in Seattle. Underdogs, 3.5 points, both on FanDuel and DraftKings. 46.5, 45 is the over-unders on FanDuel and DraftKings. 45 being the DraftKings. And Minnesota they've been squeaking by. They signed Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, former New York Giants quarterback, flop first-round draft pick. How does Kevin O'Connell and the Minnesota Vikings use Daniel Jones? I don't know. Does he see action this week? I doubt it. Has he got anything involved in the future plans of the Vikings? Maybe. Has to be, because there's no reason why they would signed him. But Sam Darnold is their quarterback for now. And I got to believe that Sam Darnold will be slinging today or slinging tomorrow. And news that the Arizona Cardinals signed running back James Conner to a 2-year extension. That's a guy who's earned his money. That guy is a baller. Steelers, he was kind of a run-of-the-mill guy, but as a running back in Arizona, he's on fire. And I got to believe that the Cardinals are going to... No. I'm going to go... I'll take 3.5. I will take the Vikings to cover 4 points or more. What do you think? So they got to win by 4 or more.
I actually agree with you.
You agree with me?
Yeah.
You going to put the mortgage on it?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
No. Just no, okay?
That's a solid no. Okay, fair enough. Now we have the Indianapolis Colts in New England, 2.5-point favorites on FanDuel, 2-point favorites on DraftKings. Anthony Richardson kind of looked like he has been throughout his short career against the Detroit Lions last week. A few long passes, but can't make the average plays, which really hinders this Indianapolis offense. New England at home, New England's got not... I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Indy. Squeezes out by a field goal. So give me the 2. Give me the 2 on DraftKings. What do you got?
I think I'm going to go for the Patriots.
Really?
I don't know. The Colts have been consistent.
Here's the trivia.
Yeah.
All right. This is where you as a bettor are going to learn a little more. So if you wanted the Colts by the spread, would you like them on FanDuel at plus 2.5 or plus 2 on DraftKings?
Plus 2.5.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Holy, about time. Holy cow. And why did you take 2.5? Explain yourself. Explain the answer. She takes a long drink of her box wine.
God, you outed me. It means that they can't lose by more than 2.5 points.
No, yes, that's correct. Yeah. That is correct. Good job.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers are 2.5-point underdogs, despite leading the division that the Bengals are in. And the Bengals totally fucked me. I'm going to say fuck me with that performance in Indy. Sorry, what were you going to say?
How did it feel?
It didn't feel good because of 2 missed field goals. Joey Burrow missing a few passes could have ended this game, or at least taken to overtime with a field goal attempt. So, do I trust the Cincinnati Bengals? I don't know. I don't. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the best coached team in the NFL at this time. Very well coached, taking pieces of talent and putting them together and making a real football team, despite coming off a loss in Cleveland in that snow blizzard that they had on the last Thursday night. I like the Steelers, cover 2.5. Give it to me. Actually, plus 3 because on DraftKings is plus 3. So give me the Steelers to cover over the Bengals. What say you?
I agree, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
You
Daniel
do?
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin. Do you really think he looks like him? Like Joe Burrow looks like Macaulay Culkin?
Some. Some angles, yeah.
Some angles? Okay.
Little bit,
He kind of
yeah.
has that look to him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the holiday season. Will he be left home alone? Who knows? Where would you put Home Alone on Christmas movies? Is it in the top 5?
Oh, for sure.
Top
It's
3?
probably like my, yeah.
Is there a better movie than Home Alone?
Christmas Vacation.
Okay, so
Number 1 for me.
So would Home Alone be number 2?
Yeah, I would say so. For sure.
I agree. Okay, I may put Home Alone number 1. To me,
Yeah.
that's for me. But
Yeah.
Clark Griswold, and it might be up there as well. So yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, now the sound. Seattle takes on the New York Jets. They're heading across country to take on Aaron Rodgers and the flop that is the New York Jets. The Seattle Seahawks are 1.5-point favorites on FanDuel, 1-point favorites on DraftKings. Seahawks knock off the Arizona Cardinals last week in a big game. But they are a roller coaster ride. I don't know what we're going to get now that the Jets have really nothing to play for. Seattle Seahawks are inconsistent. I'm going to go with the Jets. 1.5, plus 1.5. What do you say, you? Come on, expert. What do you got?
I'm no expert, just to be clear.
Just to be clear, I don't think we had to be clear on that.
I think I'll agree with you again. Jets.
Wow, just ride the hot hand. Okay, good job. Wow, lady from upstairs just riding the coattails of the host. There you go. LA Rams head into New Orleans. New Orleans. Do you ever think you would go to Mardi Gras in New Orleans?
It's interesting. I would.
Would you? Okay.
You would?
But I heard it's
It's crazy party.
But I heard the one, like, you cannot go beyond whatever the street name is, but it's very dangerous.
Bourbon
Street.
yeah.
Yes. So Rams are 2.5-point favorites on FanDuel, 3.5 favorites on DraftKings. What do we say here? I'm gonna go with the Rams, get the job done at 2.5 points. What do you say?
I'll go with that too.
Wow, that's really good insight. Really? Okay. Anyway, let's move on to Tampa Bay takes on the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers really gave the Kansas City Chiefs a ride like at home. They actually put a scare into them. They come to this game as 5.5-point underdogs, 6-point underdogs on DraftKings. Do the Panthers have any sort of improvement that can last week over week? Can Bryce Young really step up and take command of this offense against Baker Mayfield? I don't know. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. 5.5 points. They're going to win this easily. What say you?
Panthers.
You taking the Panthers? You crazy son of a bitch. Really?
No.
You're not
Just
taking the
kidding.
Panthers?
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
So you're following me again?
Yes, I just didn't want you to say that again.
Oh my God, man. Can you have a thought of your own?
Meh.
Okay, so the game of the 4 o'clock hour is the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Baltimore Ravens. Battle of the Birds. The Ravens are 3-point favorites on both FanDuel and DraftKings. This is a heavyweight matchup. Potential? I don't think so, but potential Super Bowl matchup?
It's a high-scoring game. My goodness.
Could
51.
be. It could be.
Think so?
It could be. Well, okay. Why don't you tackle the over-under? What do you think? Over-under 50.5. Both on, actually 50.5 on FanDuel, 51 on DraftKings. What do you think's going to happen?
I'd probably do an alternative. That seems too high.
Okay.
Or maybe do an in-play.
Doesn't help the podcast in any way.
I know,
What's your
I
pick here?
No, I know you don't like unders.
No.
I do an under.
So you're going to do under 51.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the game itself? Ravens are 3-point favorites.
Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you can turn off your mic when you're not talking. With that.
Rude.
Maybe you should turn off your mic when you're talking as well. Anyway.
Rude.
Anyway, Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles, absolutely massive pickup, showing that the New York Giants didn't know what the fuck they're doing as far as player personnel. He's been amazing. I don't know if he can put up with the MVP. I think quarterback is simply, you just can't ignore how important it is. So without Jalen Hurts and him performing, it doesn't matter anyway. So I don't know. So Saquon Barkley, absolutely outstanding. I am going to take the Ravens at -3. And that's who you're taking as well? Is that you? Mm-mm. That's you?
That wasn't me.
Wasn't you?
It was you.
How about you turn your mic on?
It was you.
It was not me. All right. Let's move on. So we have the Sunday Nighter, which is Brock Purdy's going to be back for the 49ers. The 49ers are 6.5-point underdogs on FanDuel, 7-point underdogs on DraftKings. However, the over-under is 43.5, and maybe that's the more interesting line because we talked about the weather. Right now, there's a blizzard. Like they are trying to get the snow out of, in Buffalo. It's going to be a factor, the weather. So what do you think?
Don't you think it's going to be clear by Sunday, though? That's tomorrow, right?
It's like 30 centimeters of snow.
Whoa.
Maybe. What do you think?
The Bills make me want to shout. Yeah, Bills.
Do you like the Bills?
Yeah, I would actually take the over.
Okay, you're going to take the over. Let's put it down for the over.
Probably do a parlay.
Let's do the over, okay. But what do you think now? Who's going to win this game or cover the spread?
Bills. Bills are going to win.
So I'll take the 6.5 then for you. Sure. I'm going to take the 49ers +7.
What?
Fuck yeah. The 49ers can't bail out of this season in the playoff hunt. It's not going to happen. Some way, somehow, they are going to win this game. I'm going to tell you right now, the 49ers are going to win this goddamn game. They'll cover. I'll put down as the +7. But they're going to win this game. The San Francisco 49ers win this game. Mark it down, little girl.
I'll
How
bet
about
you.
that? Huh?
I'll bet you.
You bet me what?
A bottle of wine.
I'll bet you a bottle or a box. Because
No,
like you
bottle.
really gambling here.
No, this is like, I want a good wine.
So what wine? Yellowtail?
No, I'd probably do like Josh or McManus. Yeah.
Is that what you douchebags like to drink? Is that it?
Not a douchebag.
Come on, you're up there with the douchebags. You're like, come on, no, Josh.
Thank goodness this is a podcast, not a video.
Oh, okay,
you can see their face.
I'm McManus. I'll circle the wine in my glass and drink it. Whatever. Okay, so I'll take the 49ers. How about that?
Fine.
Okay. So we move on to Monday. The Cleveland Browns take on the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are 5.5-point favorites, both on FanDuel and DraftKings. Mike, you and your screeching. What do you got? Give me something.
Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos are probably the easy play here. I'm not going to deny that. This Bo Nix has been fantastic after a few weeks as a rookie quarterback. Jameson Winston serves a purpose, but he's not a starter. He's not a franchise quarterback. He's kind of like that one-off, kind of like get a big win, but throw 6 interceptions the next game. And I feel that's going to happen here. He's going to have like 1 or 2, 3 interceptions. And the Denver Broncos clearly get past the Browns here. So that is week 13 of the NFL. Tell me some more. What else you got?
It's lucky 13.
Huh?
It's lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Great. Mm-hmm. So what would you say Now let's just go on to a different topic here. So let's go to Bet365 and their casino. Let's talk about the casino options. Are they good compared to other options or no?
Yeah.
Why?
I get more payouts there than I do with like OLG or even what's the other one I use?
Do you use FanDuel?
FanDuel, yeah, FanDuel.
Do you?
But I don't. Yeah.
Really?
I don't get anything.
You know what Bet365 is giving me?
What?
Fuck all. They have not gotten back to me since August. To actually get back in and join back up and open my account.
Maybe they think you're a
don't
scammer.
give a fuck.
Maybe they think you're a scammer.
Maybe they think I'm a scam. What? Because I gave them all my money?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, I'm going to fucking scam you. Here is a blank check of all my money. You keep it. And there's no area to give it back. There's no reason to give it back. But I'm the scammer because you have more money of mine that I've taken of yours. That makes me the scammer. I am the worst scammer. I am the worst con artist in the world. That I have totally lost the concept of what is a scammer. That means I trick you to give me more money than I've given you. But somehow I fucked that up. But I am labeled as a scammer.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's bullshit.
Bet365 is for those who
Bullshit.
Great people.
Yeah, bullshit. It's not cutting the mustard, okay? It's bullshit. Anyway, any luck? Why are you burping?
It was an inside burp.
Okay. Jeez. I was about to roll up the podcast. You can hold on to it?
Yeah.
All right. We're about to lead up the podcast. Any else last thoughts?
No.
All right. The pleasure was all yours. The Overrated Experience is over and out. Bye-bye.